오늘의 제3의 눈은 인간이 가진 불멸에 대한 욕망의 이야기입니다.
Computer record. 1600 hours. Test subject monkey 067 to receive dosage of deactivated Ebola Zaire virus. Section schedule.
Is an outbreak alert.
Override decontamination protocol.
Foreign organism detected. Security codes are locked out. Microwave decontamination procedure will commence in 30 seconds.
The virus is harmless. It's been genetically deactivated. Stop the decontamination.
All living tissue will be vaporized.
Michael, we're brothers.
2, 1.
It is said that civilization began when man first became capable of changing his environment. What will happen when man has the ability to change himself? Will it be the beginning of a glorious new kind of civilization, or the end of everything we know?
Tear gas have not been successful for riot control. Betadine Pharmaceuticals has been developing a clandestine urban control agent. But right now, there's a performance shortfall. Fortunately, while initially effective, the Dayton C viral agent still kills 80% of its animal test subjects.
What we'd like to know, Spencer, is if you can fix it and whether you can do it in less than 3 months.
Yeah, I'd say it's solvable.
When do we put the question from the chief executive officer on the agenda?
Cameron Dayton passed away only 3 months ago.
You're doing a great job as acting chair, but we need a permanent CEO now.
Hey, come on, Bob. I'd be happy to take the CEO job. And I think my father would have approved.
You know, this company was founded on innovation, not on the ability to turn a profit.
Then take a vote on Thursday.
I'm sorry, Spence. I've only been here 2 weeks, and already we're competing on the same job.
Michael, we've been competing since we were born.
And don't worry. When I do, I'll keep you aboard.
Planning your next trip?
Actually, my first. Spencer Dayton.
Trisha Lang. You're the scientist brother.
The younger, taller, better-looking Dayton brothers out there.
Spence, be careful what you say. She's a reporter. 2 brothers. Which one will follow in our rich and brilliant father's footsteps, huh? The scientist or the businessman? The more interesting story is which one of us will take after Mom.
Excuse me, man. My mother's dead. She had Huntington's chorea. When she died, I was already doing grad work, but Michael was in high school. He had a lot of problems. My dad sent him to boarding school, and all he really remembers of my father is a businessman. I remember him as a guy trying to save his wife. Huntington's is hereditary. Developing symptoms by the age of 35 or just about 50-50. Yeah, loss of coordination, sometimes in bad cases, schizophrenia. Michael had himself checked last year. He doesn't have it.
What about you? You didn't get tested? Why not?
You could get hit by a car tomorrow. Oh, the progress is actually very slow. I'd have 10, 12 years.
Do we have time for coffee?
You record 1530 hours, injected monkey 909 with 4 cc's of the altered strain of retrovirus Dayton C. Experiment will schedule dissection later. Just to be optimistic, computer and record.
Well, we'll hope for the best. But if this new strain kills 909, we'll need a full post-mortem and a complete blood workup.
Complete.
Security code Dayton 2877, unlock the door.
Voice not recognized.
Computer, 2877, unlock the door.
Voice not recognized.
I'm not letting you out of there until you let me apologize.
Apology accepted. Now unlock the door, Michael.
Sorry about that stuff on the boat. What else do you want from me?
Spend a few $1 million in my alternate research on Dayton C if you become CEO. I won't second guess the money stuff. You don't pretend you're a scientist. Deal?
Yeah.
Carl? Shouldn't you be doing a post-mortem on 909?
909 isn't dead. In fact, for a guy who had a full dose of Dayton C yesterday, he looks pretty darn good.
He's not supposed to be alive. Strain of Dayton C should have fried his lungs.
Checked and rechecked. I'm as amazed as you are. You won't die, Spencer. Anthrax, Agent Orange, today's special from the cafeteria. Nothing phases him.
We were trying to insert a gene into the Dayton C agent that would encourage cells to regenerate damaged tissue almost instantaneously. I think Dayton C is a broad-spectrum cure, potential wonder drug. The problem we were having with Dayton C was that the paralyzing agent worked too well, so we attached a regenerator, like sending a cure in right with the disease.
But the cell regeneration just kept going. The monkey virtually indestructible.
Can't find any fatigue or aging poisons, cell damage. Little guy could live for 200 years.
We gotta talk to Bob Darrow about this before we do anything else. You know, Darrow's ready to see us. Carl's storing your wonder virus.
I was just thinking about Dad. If only he'd lived just a couple more months.
Probably could have saved him.
If we do this right, nobody in the world will ever get sick again.
This is strain H, one of Dayton C's deadlier cousins. It kills within 10 to 20 seconds by clotting blood in the lungs and brain.
Damnedest thing I've ever seen. What do you think, Michael?
I think it's an amazing discovery. I think you should get the Nobel for it. Except I don't think we can tell anyone about it. Picture a world death rate cut by 1,000%. Get, say, a billion mouths to feed within the next 2 years. What would happen if it mutated into the rodent population?
We've been given a gift here. We can't just keep it hidden away.
Michael has a very interesting point.
I don't want to take chances with a genetically altered retrovirus. I also think our military research has to come first.
The wonder drug will not be certified, and Metadyne is out of business.
Tell Carl to deactivate all the samples until we're ready to start testing. You okay?
It's just asthma. You said there was something you wanted to talk to me about?
But first, I gotta swear you to secrecy.
I promise you, I won't use anything you tell me.
I think I've found a cure.
To asthma.
To asthma, cancer, to AIDS, anything involving damaged cells.
Come on, this is some kind of scientist joke, right?
I'm absolutely, completely serious.
Spencer, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
What the hell's happening? Where the hell are you? Somebody systematically erased all our records from the database. The password just failed.
I'll be there in 20 minutes. We'll do something tonight, huh? Or tomorrow night, or both.
I've been learning my way around the control systems. Carl was still working with samples of Dayton C.
I gave you specific orders to deactivate.
I was going to. It can only be transmitted by blood.
But if it had gotten loose, it would have set off the decontamination system. You'd have been vaporized.
All samples of Dayton C have been destroyed.
What? Michael, we agreed to deactivate it, not to destroy it.
Are you telling me you agree with him?
But you saw what the virus can do.
Huh.
All right, Carl, we're going to start again with approved protocols.
Spencer, you're letting them walk all over you.
You're the one that risked the lab and the project.
We don't need an outbreak of this in the media. They're harder to control than viruses.
In other words, bury it. We have the discovery of a life-saving miracle, and you're gonna bury it.
Very clever, Carl. Evading the containment systems by transporting it in your own body.
World has a right to know, Michael.
The virus coursing through your veins is the property of Metadyne Pharmaceuticals.
If you think you can stop me, you should know I've already told someone on the outside. Unlock the door. 5775.
That code has been terminated.
I meant to tell you, Carl, you're fired. Only the people who I want to have it will get it.
You think Spencer will let you get away with that?
I'm tired of living in the brilliant Spencer shadow. He may be a genius when it comes to science, but he's an idiot when it comes to everything else.
Kill me?
Open the door!
Foreign organism detected.
See, Carl? How many retroviruses do you think there are in one drop of blood? That's why we have a decontamination system.
This is
All
murder!
living tissue will be vaporized. 3, 2, 1.
Metadyne will conduct a thorough investigation.
My brother, he designed it. Works automatically. I don't suppose Carl tried to smuggle some Dayton C out of the lab.
But all the samples were destroyed. It was in the blood. He drew blood.
I'm sorry. I know you trusted Carl.
Yeah.
Okay, you know where I am.
Okay.
This is the press release I want to send out. Why don't you tell me what you think?
I don't care what it says, as long as it doesn't mention the virus. I want to know if Carl contacted anyone before the accident. He would have done anything to tell the world about Dayton C. He might even have been in touch with our competitors.
I'll have our people check it out. Are you all right?
Yeah, fine.
All I know is that I got a file modem from my source, and I haven't heard another word. Trish, don't forget to bring those files and tapes. Of course I'm bringing all the files and tapes with me.
This data is the property of Metadine. Could it be Carl Tolman sent it to you?
Get out.
Maybe you'd like to try some of Spencer's research. You've always been a close friend of the family. That's why I want to share something with you.
I thought you were going to destroy them.
The board would never let me up the ladder if they knew I had it. But the good news is, it doesn't matter now.
You took the drug.
I had to. Now I'm giving you the chance to double your lifespan. Tell me you don't want it.
I suppose if I was your age, in your situation, I wouldn't think twice. But I've lived a full life. What would I be preserving? My best friend, your father, is dead. My wife has passed away. What are the things that make us human? But they all fade away after a while. I'm not sure anyone should live forever.
People will do anything at the chance of a longer life. If we control Dayton C, the three of us control everything.
3.
What kind of brother do you think I am?
Trisha? Trisha? Trisha, what happened? Are you all right?
Michael was here. He used Dayton C on me.
How do you know about Dayton C?
Carl told me about it.
You were writing a story about Metadine?
I was working on the story long before I met you.
Some kind of an accident at the laboratory last night. Carl's dead. Somehow he set off the decontamination system.
Or your brother set it off.
Michael's driven and he's ambitious, but he's not a murderer.
He purged my computer files, and then he sprayed something in my face. After he sprayed me, I collapsed. I could barely breathe. I could barely reach for my inhaler.
Corticosteroids block the Dayton C in the bronchiole.
Spencer, we need to go to the police.
I'm still not convinced that Michael's a murderer.
Who's got the data?
What's this? Somebody's renamed all the files.
Spencer, what happened to this poor animal?
He's supposed to be full of my wonder virus. Oh my God. We thought that gene was giving the cells unlimited ability to regenerate themselves. But we were wrong. It was taking all of the healing ability that the cell had stored up for a lifetime and using it up in just a few days. And then the regenerative potential ran out, and it aged incredibly quickly.
So the monkey seemed immortal for those few days? What happened?
Michael, what are you doing?
Becoming the CEO of the family business. Something you could never be.
Michael, what's the good of taking over a company if you have to destroy it, if you have to kill people?
Too bad about Carl. Brought it on himself. Imagine what it could be like, Spence. We could live forever. Think of what you could achieve, Spence. Join me.
No.
I'm sorry.
This is an outbreak alert. Foreign organism detected. Security codes are locked out.
Michael, we're brothers!
Microwave decontamination procedure will commence in 30 seconds.
Come on, Spencer, whatever you're doing, do it faster.
3, 2, 1. Decontamination sequence aborted. Returning to standby.
You've taken it already, haven't you? Michael, you're sick. This isn't you.
The monkey didn't go so fast.
It's the Huntingtons. Dayton C burned off all your regenerative capacity.
Please. Kill me.
Can't do that. I have to do everything I can.
There is an old proverb that says, "Be careful what you wish for it might come true." And if your wish is for immortality, it is something you will have to live with for a very long time.
영상 제작에 큰 힘이 되는 구독, 좋아요, 댓글 부탁드릴게요.